Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Learning Path. This is Dr. B. Meena, Associate Professor, Head Department of Commerce and Vice Principal Shift 1 from Petition College of Arts and Science, Adyar, Chennai. Click the I button to have more understanding about the concepts relating to cost accounting and watch my previous videos regarding labor turnover chapter to have more understanding about the formulas applicable to calculate the labor turnover. Let me check one more problem under labor turnover. Calculate the labor turnover rate for the factory from the following. Here the number of employees at the beginning 1499 is the beginning, 200 is given. At the end 31/3/2000 is given 240. So this two information I'll make use to calculate the average number of employees. Just look at this slide. Number of employees at the beginning plus number of employees at the end divided by 2. So 200 is the employees at the beginning and the number of employees at the end as per the problem was given 240. So once I calculated the average number of employees 220, then I'll apply this average number of employees for all the three methods. If we check the first method, separation method, the formula is we need to consider only the number of employees left from the organization, then divided by average number of employees, the whole multiplied by 100. So just we look at the problem, how many of them left from the organization. The left from the organization is given in the form of resigned as well as discharged. So how many of them resigned? 20. How many of them discharged? For 5. So totally as per the problem, 25 have left from the organization. So that I can put it in the numerator. The denominator I can write the data on average number of employees into 100. Then I'll get the labor turnover 11.36% under separation method. So the next method is replacement method. Under this method, we will consider only how many of them replace in the vacancies. If we check the problem. So as per this problem, the last information is the number of employees replaced is 18. So this alone I will consider under replacement method. So 18 divided by average, already I calculated as 220 into 100, I'll get 8.18% is the labor turnover under replacement method. Then I'll move on to calculate the labor turnover under flux method. For the flux method, I will consider both how many of them gone out as well as how many of them recruited for the organization. So as per this problem, how many of them left from the organization means 20 plus 5. How many of them recruited as per this problem is 18. So all these three things I will write it in the numerator divided by 2000. The whole multiplied by 100 means not here 2000. Small mistake, just I'll correct it. So 220 here it will come. So 220. So I will get the labor turnover rate as per this problem for the flux method 19.55%. So the first thing is average number of employees I have to calculate. Then I will calculate the labor turnover under separation method. Then I will move on to the replacement method and flux method. If we check one more problem, calculate the labor turnover from the following particulars supplied by the personnel department of a firm. So at the beginning is 950, at the end is given 1050. So this two information I'll make use to calculate the average number of employees. So that is giving 1000 as average. So first formula, I need to apply the separation method. So number of employees left from the organization divided by average number of employees. So how many of them left as per this problem? Discharged 30, resigned 10. So totally 40 of them left from the organization. Okay. So 10 plus 30, 40. So 40 divided by 2000. Not this is 2000. So once again, this is 1000 only, not 2000. Okay. So I correct the mistake. Okay. So 10 plus 30 is the total number of employees left from the organization. So 40 of them left. So divided by average, we got it 1000. So 40 by 1000, the whole multiplied by 100 means I'll get what is that percentage? 4%. Okay, then I'll move on to the next method, replacement method. So under replacement method, I will consider only the employees replaced in the vacancies. So as per this problem, how many of them replace the vacancies is given 20. So I will consider 20 divided by 1000 into 100. It gives 2% the labor turnover under replacement method. Then finally, I will work out the labor turnover under flux method. How many of them left, how many of them recruited. Okay, so for this formula, under flux method, I'll consider the left, totally left is 40. I get 40, 10 plus 30. And how many of them recruited means not only I should consider the replace, but also the employees recruited for the expansion scheme. So totally, how many of them recruited? 20 plus 120 I will consider for flux method, So look at the numerator, 10 plus 30 will tells you how many of them left. And this 120 plus 20 will tells you how many of them totally recruited for the organization. This will come only in flux method, because flux method considering how many recruited for the organization, not only for vacancies as well as for expansion scheme. So divided by average number of employees, 1000 into 100, that gives you 18%. So the thing is, whenever the problem is asking you to calculate the labor turnover, you need to calculate the labor turnover under separation method, under replacement method, as well as flux method. So by applying the formula, first of all, we need to calculate the average number of employees by considering the number of employees at the beginning plus number of employees at the end divided by 2. Once you calculate the average number of employees and consider the separation method only by considering the employees who left the organization. Okay. But in the replacement method, you need to consider only how many of them replaced in the vacancies. And but in the flux method, how many of them left, how many of them recruited, we need to consider it to calculate the labor turnover. So this is all about how to calculate the labor turnover by the personnel department, either separation method or the replacement method or flex method. Thanks for watching my video. See you again next video with another topic. So until then, bye-bye. Subscribe my channel and click the bell button.